All right, welcome back. Dr. Matt here. Time to accumulate some health. So, today we're talking about this whole idea of body composition and the fact that in America we have a problem. You may have noticed this, and that is that our body composition does not seem to be, for the majority of us, what would be considered optimal and put us in a place of reduced disease risk and just a life of energy and vitality and vigor. So you may be struggling with body composition issues. You may know somebody struggling with body composition issues. Well, we're here to help today, and I have six ideas that will definitely promote your opportunity for optimal body composition and that physique you've always desired. All right. So these six things are psychological stressors. You know, how we're handling life. Are we getting overtaken by life, or are we making a point to, when there are stressors, figure out how to metabolize that stress adequately? Number two, food. Is the food going into our bodies? Is that information awesome, or is it lackluster and unconscious? Number three would be physical activity. Are we getting the exercise we need? Not actually, my bad, not need, but that we desire, and is there to that type of exercise that's going to promote optimal health, vitality, vigor, longevity of our being. Number four would be quality and or quantity of sleep. Is our quality of sleep good? And is that quantity of sleep we're getting consistent with the body composition we desire? Number five, hormone balancing. Are our hormones in a state of balance? And the types of hormones we have floating around on a given day, given moment, are those the types of hormones that are going to promote life, longevity, emotional happiness, the ability to have quality sleep, the ability to break down fat in an efficient manner and use it as an energy source regularly, the ability to be motivated and to follow through on those motivations. Hormones play a big deal with all that. And then finally, number six is, what is our toxicity state? Are we putting in toxic elements on a regular basis to our body? Are we chewing tobacco? Are we smoking cigarettes? Drinking alcohol? Taking lots of prescription medications, antidepressants and anxiety medications, oral contraceptives, or IUDs. All of these are associated with creating imbalance in the human body and creating issues with us maintaining an optimal body composition. So we don't want that. We want optimal body composition. And I would actually even consider processed foods as part of that. Soda pop, candy bars, all that would be considered a toxic element going into our body. And it's going to make it challenging for us to do what we want to do with life. But we'll get back to those, all those six. But today I want to chat about food, and the fact that food, as you may know, is information for our body. I probably said that 1,000 times. Food, maybe more than 1,000 by now, but food is information. And if that information is awesome, we should expect awesomeness coming from our body. If that information is not awesome, then it might be kind of challenging to get the body we want or have our body functioning in the way we want it to function. Most of the time when we're talking about body composition, people are thinking, I want to lose weight, right? Weight loss, going to a wedding, going on vacation, going back to a reunion, weight loss. Everybody wants to lose weight. The deal is, the easiest way to lose weight, maintain weight, or lose fat and maintain that fat loss is not to go on a diet. It's not to do the latest, Jenny Craig food special, whatever challenge. Do the I'm blanking on all these diets out here right now, but latest frozen dinners delivered to your home deal, the latest macro counting special. These things do not build health. We're going in the wrong direction. We're going for weight loss before health, as opposed to building health, accumulating health, and that leading to weight loss. So that's what we want to do. if we build health, we will lose weight. That is a side effect of a healthy person, is that they have optimal body composition. A side effect of weight loss is not health. They don't go hand in hand if you go weight loss first. So we want to build health, accumulate health, and guess what? The beautiful thing is when we do that, we will lose undesirable weight, fatty tissue, adipose tissue, tissue around our organs that is not necessary for life sustaining. And we will feel like, whoa, my body composition is getting awesome. I like how I look now. Not only that, you may like your exterior, but your interior is going to be awesome too. Which means the chances of you having a chronic disease or diabetes or heart disease or cancer, having crazy menstrual cycles or menopausal symptoms, anxiety, depression, all these things, the likelihood of having those things is very low. And the likelihood, when you've been accumulating health, and that has been changing your body composition by accumulating health, your life performance is going to be amazing. You're going to enjoy your job all of a sudden. You're going to have energy for your job. Maybe you've been wanting to get out of your job forever, and now you're actually going to have the capacity, because of this health accumulation, this newfound energy and vitality and vigor, to actually jump out in this entrepreneurial venture and do what you really want to do. So please think about, I'm going to gain health. I'm going to build health. I'm not going to go on another diet. I'm going to go building health. And when I think about food and why I'm eating what I'm eating, I'm thinking about building health and vitality and vigor. If we think about food as I sit down and the food I have in front of me is not what I plan for the day, it's not the best option. It's McDonald's again. It's Domino's Pizza again. It's teriyaki from Fred Meyer Safeway again. And we're like, man, I've been trying not to. I don't want this processed food anymore, this junk food. I'm back to another bag of chips at night before bed. If we look at that food and say, this is bad food, I'm a bad person. If that is a thought process going through our brain, which I can tell you it is for the majority of people, because I've got to see thousands of patients when we talk about this very thing. If that's the idea, the thought process going through your brain, we got to change that up. That in itself is making it really, really challenging for us to overcome food addictions and create positive habit change. If when we eat something that is not on the good list, or we think about food as a good thing or a bad thing, as opposed to thinking of it as a thing that nourishes us, creates opportunity for us to gain health and vitality and vigor, then we have all the opportunity in the world to succeed and find that it's easy to make the choices we want. Because the thing is, if we take on this food's bad, why am I doing this? I keep doing this. I can't stop doing this. We feel more guilty and more ashamed of ourselves and our inability to do this thing we want to do, which is overcome food addiction and have this body that looks a certain way, feels a certain way, is energized and healthy and vital. When we have that, this food's bad, I'm eating it, now I'm bad, life just is sucked out of us. And guiltiness leads to us eating more of this junk food, more of this food that is not to the benefit of our goals and dreams and aspirations for our body. So food isn't bad. It's like money. Money can be good, money can be bad, or can seem to be good or bad. But money is just an inert substance, right? It all depends on whose hands it is in. Same thing goes with food. It's an inert substance, and we are in control of it. We have full capacity to make the choices we want to related to it, even if sometimes we think we don't. So one of the reasons I think that we think we don't have the capacity, or we've kind of run out of the capacity to make the choices we want related to food, is because it's everywhere, right? It's all around us. It's constantly in our way. There's, potentially within a 5-mile radius of your home, like 15,000 different items in the store, and there's 5 or 6 different stores you could potentially get those items from. So there's this abundance. We don't think of food as a sacred entity anymore. It's just a commodity, something that is sold and bought. And if it's cheaper over here, we'll get this one. If it's cheaper over there, we'll get this one. If we can get more, or we can get a biggie size over here, let's get that one. Or versus this medium-sized bag of chips over here. Without even considering the fact that one of them's got all these hydrogenated oils and is going to terrorize our vascular system and cause us to age at an exceedingly fast rate. And this other sweet potato over here is going to do the exact opposite for us. So I suggest it is paramount that we consider food sacred. And one of the reasons we might be running into issues with our food choices is because we're not considering it sacred. It's too easy to get our hands on it. Historically, in generations past, we did not have a Fred Meyer, a Safeway, a Kroger's, a Whole Foods, a PCC, a Trader Joe's, every 10 miles. We didn't have all these places. You couldn't order off Amazon Fresh. You couldn't literally go on a Thrive Market and order basically anything you want and have it to you within 2 or 3 days from basically anywhere in the world. Food is so easy to get our hands on, and this has caused food become this unconscious, just whatever is easy, whatever is convenient. I'm just going to do that, and it tastes good, and I'm just going to sit down at my computer, sit on my TV, watch my show, and just eat food. And we're not taking the time to sit down at a table, or on the floor, or in a chair, and cook food up, prepare it, and then sit down, relax, give thanks to God for the fact that we actually have food on our table and we're not starving, and then eat it. And potentially, if you live with anybody else, chatting with them while we eat. Historically, we do this all the time, right? Because it took so much effort to get food on the table. It's like we got to go kill something today to give ourselves a meal. We got to harvest all this food to give us a meal today, and we got to do it again tomorrow, and we got to do it again the next day. So you know what, kids, we're going to sit down and we're going to enjoy this food together. And we're not going to be, whining about what's on the table, because this is what we got. It is, it's not just kids either, it's adults too. But if we can look back and we can take food back, I suggest, or take our thinking process back on how we consider food as this sacred thing and not as a commodity, we will do wonders for our food choices. And we will, instead of thinking, okay, what is the cheapest item, in this row, we would think about, what is the most nutritional? What is the highest quality here? Okay, I'm going to get that highest quality item instead of that highest quantity item. And that is huge when it comes to food, is quality, 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 quality. The next time you see this, buy one, get one free, and it's not high quality, you need to say, that is not high quality. That is just inexpensive, cheap stuff. And that is not going to do what I want it to do for my body. That is not going to give me the body composition I want. So, you know what? I'm going to go choose this quality over here, this nutritional density over here, over this energy density. And as I'm sure you're aware, energy density of food is a big issue. We're putting too much energy in for the most part. Then we are burning off, and it's not entirely a calories in, calories out thing, but it is a processed food in, lack of unprocessed food in problem. Processed food is loaded with energy and devoid of nutrition. Unprocessed food, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, meats, whole grains, are loaded with nutrition, and they're devoid of an abundance of calories, abundance of energy. Yet, because they're loaded with nutrition, you will feel invigorated and refreshed and energized, and your body, slowly but surely, will turn how it's responding to the environment, and you will see that fat starts coming off, the marbling of the human body starts decreasing, and leanness starts taking over your body. In the process, your skin will start looking awesome, your hair will be better, your nails will be better, Your bowels will probably work better. You may have to decrease your blood pressure medication and get off your diabetes medication and stop your antidepressant, your anti-anxiety medication, because everything's just working better because the unprocessed, unadulterated, wholesome, life-giving food is going into your body. So it is paramount. And that is I was thinking about, one thing for this week is if we were to say that we would take food as a sacred entity. It's not just this thing that happens unconsciously to us because it's in such grave abundance everywhere we look. No, we're taking conscious action because we want a specific goal or desire for our body. And I would be shocked if almost every single person that watches this does not want a change, a tweak in their body composition that is to the benefit of the whole part of their whole body. And I would also be shocked if very many people would say for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, look at myself here too, actually take food as a sacred entity and think, okay, how much effort did it take to make this food? And how easy is it for me to go and get this food again? If you have a garden, I think you probably are aware of how much watering and toiling you have to do in the soil to make vegetables grow or fruit grow or potatoes or these kind of things, how much effort it takes. Just like if you raise a cow or a goat or a pig or a buffalo, you probably know how much effort it takes and how every single day you have to show up and do something to allow yourself to partake in the milk from this animal, or partake in the cheese from this animal, or partake in the yogurt from this animal, or partake in the meat from this animal. It takes daily endeavor. So consider food is sacred. Food is sacred. It's not just a commodity. It's not just something, even though it is something you can grab anywhere at any time. We want to shift our mindset to think of food as sacred, to take time this week as an endeavor to help our body composition, to help our metabolism, to accumulate health, to take food as sacred. I've said this word a lot of times in this video because I want it to be inserted into our consciousness that food is sacred. And if we view food as sacred, we will take every opportunity to get quality food. The more local the better. Organic, if it's not local, and unprocessed, unfiltered, doesn't have this big old ingredient label on the back. It's like an apple, it's a carrot, it's a piece of celery, it's some romaine lettuce, it's a steak, it's a lamb burger, it's a piece of bacon. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting all this other special juju put into it. All right, so we're not going to blame ourselves. We're not going to look at food and say, that's bad, I'm bad. We're going to look at food and say, this is an opportunity for me to get healthier, and I'm going to take it by eating quality food and sitting down and enjoying it, giving thanks for it, and not having all the smatter and other things going on at the same time. Sound like a deal? I know you've probably heard this 1,000 times. It's probably in every diet book known to mankind, but we're still not quite doing it. So potentially, if we consider it as sacred, as opposed to a commodity, we'll actually be able to follow through. Because the mind, it's all in here, the mind and the heart, this connection right here, this is where it's at when it comes to food. If it was just eat this, don't eat that, sure, let's do that. Let's eat this, don't eat that. I wish it was that easy. That would make my job real easy. It's not. There's so many environmental cues, memories, dopamine responses related to food that it's not just eat this, don't eat this. It's food is sacred. I'm going to create opportunity for health, and I'm not going to view food as just this commodity that can be bought or sold, and I want the cheapest stuff available. All right, sound good? If you're thinking about food this week, which I think you're going to be, right? A couple commodities that you'd want to stay away from that can seem pseudo healthy would be those organic chips, your corn chips. organic potato chips, like rice cakes. What other ones you got? I was going to write like granola. I mean, especially if you're not making it at home. You make it at home, you can decide how much sugar you want, but otherwise granola is going to be loaded with sugar. I mean, granola has so much sugar in it. Flavored yogurts, you get vanilla flavored yogurt or raspberry or blueberry yogurts. You're like, oh, this is pretty good. Yogurt and blueberries. It's not yogurt and blueberries. It's yogurt, maybe a couple blueberries and sugar added. So you're getting like 27 grams of sugar in a little half cup kind of thing. So you got to watch that. So many people are thinking, I want to lose fat, change my body composition. I'm gonna eat yogurt and granola, and I'm gonna switch to organic potato chips, organic rice chips or rice crackers. These are processed pseudo foods. They're not gonna get you where you want to go. If you are if you're super active, sure, you can have a little more sugar in your diet, and you might need it. But for the majority of people who are not super active, or you are already in a body composition compromised position, it is going to be imperative that these pseudo health foods like flavored yogurts, granola, organic chips or organic crackers or almond crackers or rice cakes, rice crackers, these things, it is imperative that they not come into our body on a regular basis. Otherwise, you're just going to be so disappointed that you're putting in this effort changing your dietary strategy and yet you're not getting any results. And I love results, just like I know you love results. So sacred food this week, sacred food, sacred food. Food is sacred. We go for quality every time. Quality, 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 quality. And then next week, we'll be going over another one of these 6 metabolism / opportunities for optimizing health and accumulating health to give you that lean, healthy, vital physique. All right, talk to you guys next week.